specifically for anybody that has participated in or considered or walked into the Church of Scientology. Um, Not saying anything bad about them whatsoever. Scientology is what Scientology is. If you've had someone speak with you about the Forum by Landmark Worldwide, Landmark is not Scientology. It's not Scientology Light. It seems to me like pretty much the opposite of Scientology. Some of the results that Scientology promises um, may be answered or addressed in the Forum. But that's like saying that, oh, well, two people drink water, so therefore Scientology, they give you water, and Landmark, tell you not to forget about drinking water. Like, it's not out of a Zoom call out of your house. Flips over to the other screen. Okay, so if you've done Scientology and someone spoke with you about the Forum, you may hear something and compare the two and be like, oh, that sounds like exactly what they told me in Scientology. Comparing one, anyway, a religion, and then comparing to a for-profit company that files taxes for 34 years leads, well, comparing any two things. If I compare myself to my friend, or myself to my dad, or myself to a celebrity, it's going to lead to disparagement, if that's a word. It's going to lead to me despairing, having an experience of disparagement. Compare and despair. It's a cycle, because it focuses on the perceived deficits, ignores distinctions, fuels inadequacy, jealousy, and resentment, activates the pain centers in the brain, and creates an unrealistic highlight reel of, if you've been involved in Church of Scientology, so a highlight reel of that and your experiences with that from the moment that you met someone until now. It ultimately diminishes the worth and value, hindering personal growth, unlike positive self-comparison to your past self. So, like, I mean, I even think that comparing myself to myself 10 years ago is still a disparagement a little bit. So I don't do that. But that there's a lot of different distinctions there of comparing two things, and then comparing myself to myself, and then the impacts of all that stuff. And then if all that stuff is gone and you no longer compare any two things, I mean, you can still compare them, but like, you don't have that as a basis for reality. In any event, that it's just freeing for me. Focuses on lack, not strength. What you see what you don't have or aren't doing, rather than appreciating your own progress and strengths, making you feel less than. So I don't know in Scientology if anyone had focused on what you're not, and you're less than. Well, you're not stage 9 yet. You're less than. Your focus is on lack and what's wrong and these sorts of things. That's not Landmark at all. It's literally every single thing I see about Scientology or about cults, I'm like, Landmark's the exact opposite of that. Like, how on earth are people saying anything to compare the two? But people do. So people have. Okay, so comparing also ignores the full picture. You compare your messy reality to someone else's curated highlights, or vice versa. So, like, especially on social media, overlooking sources that the people that built it, at least in regards to Landmark Worldwide, the people that built it, like hundreds and thousands of people supported in building that, and there is change difficult for them, and no one there is change difficult for them. Oh yeah, people that work at Landmark, like, change is not difficult to them at all. Change is easy peasy. It's not, life isn't always easy, but it is fairly simple. And commitment of Landmark. Yeah, Landmark has a completely separate, different commitment than Scientology. Scientology is one commitment, and Landmark has another commitment, which has zero attachment whatsoever. If you haven't done the forum by Landmark Worldwide, give a call to your local center, leave a message, they'll call you back. I I I can't explain it. It exists in a conversation and just have it, and you got nothing to lose. And in any event, yeah, it's $915 and 5 days of your life for the forum, and another 5 days, $915 for the advanced course. It is worth every single penny. Also, comparing and despairing triggers negative emotions. It breeds inadequacy, jealousy, envy, resentment, and self-loathing, which are damaging to mental health. So notice every time you compare two things or two people, you are damaging to mental health. It activates pain pathways. Brain scans show that social comparison can activate the same neural regions as physical pain, making it genuinely painful. Stifles motivation instead of inspiring action. It often leads to discouragement, burnout, and a feeling that your goals are unattainable. So just by comparing two things or two people, all of these 6 different points. 6 is eroding self-worth. It replaces internal validation with constant need for external approval, depleting your sense of self-value. While Landmark Worldwide is their training emphasis is on not enough to plenty. Yeah, sometimes people think that they're not enough of something, and then it shifts to plenty in the forum. And taking responsibility for one's experience, aligning with themes of breaking free from limiting beliefs like comparison. So yes, comparison is a limiting belief. The core idea is shifting from a focus on what others have to creating your own fulfillment. So next time you go to compare two things, ask yourself, can I see how this could be contextualized as comparing apples to oranges? It's just a waste of time, waste of energy. It's waste is a thief, to quote Chuck Palahniuk. So if you say, "Oh, I've done Scientology," or the person talking to you about the forum occurs like a salesman, a salesperson, that person is just talking to you, and they don't get anything out of you doing the forum. See, like a Tony Robbins who worked with the people that created the forum. So it seems to me that Tony Robbins wouldn't have anything that he has right now without doing the forum first, in the advanced course. Or Scientology, for example, I read that they give discounts or free training or free stuff to the person that brings someone else. So I bring my family member and then I get something for free. So that is a benefit, a reason to sell something, right? See, I don't get any benefit like out of someone doing the forum. If someone does the forum and they say, "Hey, Lee, thank you. That was really worth my time, and I'm a lot happier in this area that I didn't seem I was a little resigned in," and I mean that's a benefit that I get. I don't know. I am bigger having made a difference in someone else's life. But I don't get a toaster, I don't get a discount, I don't get free training out of it. Like it, just by removing that one thing, it makes it how could I be selling you on something if I don't get anything out of it? Like and why would I continue to speak about it uh if I didn't get anything out of it? I'm only speaking about it at the moment because some people online are especially the people that are hosting talks about Scientology are would be resistant and have not really considered, or I don't even know, maybe you haven't even been invited to check out the forum and see how it is not Scientology at all in any way. It's literally the opposite of Scientology, is the opposite of a cult. So then I get yeah, someone responding back to me proselytizing, and I looked up the definition of proselytizing. I kind of had an idea of what it was, but to convert someone to your belief. So the Landmark Forum, Landmark Worldwide as an organization is not proselytizing. They don't have a belief. They actually, you would see that while they're real beliefs, they're just not real. Um, yeah, nobody's trying to get you to believe anything. I don't have a solution. I don't have an answer. I don't have a prescription for anything or anybody. Forum, and I'm not trained to lead it. It it just leaves people with a blank canvas with nothing. Um, anyway, so not proselytizing because there's no beliefs. I have my own way in life. Yeah, nobody's trying to say that you don't have your own way in life, or what the way that you've created in your life is not um valid or perfect for you. You're perfect exactly the way you are. Nobody's trying to change you or fix you. You are not broken. You don't need any fixing. I don't need a victory over the past. Yeah, nobody needs the forum by Landmark Worldwide. It's extremely supportive, and I highly suggest it. And it allowed me to I don't know, be open minded to take a lot of other courses that I people that I invite to take those other courses, not Landmark, are like a little resistant to. And it's like, oh, well, it's because I did the forum. I get what's real. Other people are like deciphering over, or what do they say? Analysis paralysis. They think about it so much, and then they end up in action and not doing anything. So yeah, nobody needs it. I'm not sitting on. Okay, so this person's saying that they weren't sitting on some unrecognized trauma. I'm not saying that you have unrecognized trauma and that you need to fix something. No, it's literally just the consequences of the unknown. And if you think that there is no unknown to you, then that tells me that, like, could you see how that's a little bit of being a know-it-all? Saying that I don't have any unknown. Like, I mean, there's always unknown. Like, I love the Marcus Aurelius quote of like somebody stopped him when he was an old man and said, "Well, Marcus, where are you going?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm going up to the mountain to study, to develop myself. I don't need to pursue clear." This is apparently a phrase I've heard from Chris Shelton in Scientology. Pursuing clear. And I guess they promise clear at stage 9. I don't know exactly how that stuff works, but so this person's basically saying that I use specific words here to show that, in fact, I do know what you're talking about. Saying that pursuing clear in Scientology is somehow part of Landmark Worldwide, and they already know how to pursue clear, so they don't need you to show them some other way to get clarity, I guess. I'm not interested in changing my mind on such points. Again, nobody's trying to change your mind on anything. So yeah, to wrap it up, if you haven't done the Forum by Landmark Worldwide, the advanced course, it is worth every single penny. Highly suggest it. Hope you're having the best day ever. Peace, love. Bye-bye. We'll do shout outs while I'm on here. Pay for a factor. George, Lauren Backer, and Jonah Presley. Love you guys. Peace, love. Have a great day. Bye-bye.